Hello, beautiful strangers, and welcome back to another episode of Sakura no Mori Dreamers. When last we left off, we went on a little bit of a field trip with Madoka and saw a thing, and, well, she still hasn't told us the thing that she needs to tell us. And, I spit out a cough drop, like, 30 seconds before recording, so was that like 45 seconds ago? Not 30 seconds before recording, like 15 seconds before recording, like 45 seconds, whatever. So that's a thing. So if I end up drinking a lot or something like that, that's why. I didn't do the smart thing. I normally buy sugar-free cough drops because they're not quite as syrupy. I also like menthol drops, but, you know, that's just me. But anyway, let's get back into it, shall we? Madoka? I got invited over today. That was unusual. We lived next door to each other, but we never had dinner together before. Miss Miyako's so good at cooking, I think she's better than my mom. You've already started? There won't be anything left for you if you don't hurry. This really is so good. It's melting on my tongue. Hey, do something for me. Of course. Let's eat together. I'll be helping myself to this then. Miss Miyako was still in the kitchen, cooking something else. Where's Hatsune? Huh? I don't know. Phew. This really is so good. I wonder what kind of dish it is. Why don't you have some too, Shinji? Well, that's unpleasant. I jumped up, chopsticks slipping out of my fingers. What's wrong? What the hell are you eating? Huh? Munch, munch. Yeah, this is good. This is really so good. Munch, munch. As though possessed, Madoka continued to stuff her mouth with that thing. Just the sight made me feel ill. Stop it. Don't eat that. This is so good. So good. Madoka. I can eat this without stopping. It just goes straight down. I could eat this forever and ever and ever. I threw the plate to the floor. The abominable thing melted like snow as soon as it came off the plate. You promised to protect me. Madoka. Liar. I wasn't lying. My, how unpleasant. Madoka's words rang in my ears. I reflexively checked the window. Her curtains had been closed just like mine, and it seemed to already be dark inside her room. I took a deep breath. What was up with that dream? Madoka was eating that monster. I shook my head to change my train of thought. It was just a dream. It was stupid to worry about. But I felt like I was slowly descending into a nightmare. It may have only been a matter of time before the boundary between dreams and reality grew too vague to tell. I couldn't help but follow Madoka everywhere with my eyes the next day. There didn't seem to be anything wrong with her. It was just a dream. That was exactly what I thought when I woke up in the middle of the night, too. I knew that in my head, but I still couldn't help but feel anxious. I continued to observe my childhood friend as if hoping to find something to warrant my anxiety. All I had to find was a single suspicious change in her behavior, and As such, you've got to use this formula here, and Madoka glanced at me as the teacher turned to the blackboard. Our eyes met. She smiled and waved hello. Yeah, that was kind of different from how she usually behaved. Wait, I literally caused this myself. I hurriedly shifted my gaze to the blackboard. My face grew warm for some reason. I moved to the inner yard during lunch as usual and ate lunch together with Sabe. So, are you two dating after all? Huh? Who are you talking about? About us two. Who else? It was just a joke. Don't try so obviously move away from me. I'm talking about you and Akitsu, obviously. You were talking about that yesterday, too. Oh, so you saw my mail. Well, the notification did say it was read, so duh, I guess. We just happened to have business together yesterday. Why do you keep pushing that idea on me anyway? Maybe you can see the future. You say that, and you've been eyeing her the whole day. How do you know that? Stop moving away from me. Seriously, I sit right behind you. I can't help but notice. Right. I returned to my normal position. It's nothing. I've always done that. I realized I wasn't being very convincing there. Really? Because you seem to be blushing and stuff? I can't help but be a little creeped out by how much attention you're paying me. There's no need to be so embarrassed about it. What's your official relationship anyway? You seem to have known each other for a while. Didn't I tell you we live next to each other? We're childhood friends. Childhood friends? What kind of relationship is that exactly? Huh? I'm not sure how to describe it myself. Actually, after you told me, I remembered I also had a female childhood friend at one time. You forgot about her? We were never really close, and we basically stopped talking or even looking at each other by the end of elementary school. Did you get into a fight? Not really. To be honest, I think that's how most childhood friend relationships end up. I understood his point. In short, Madoka and I were unusual in that sense. We got along well since childhood and continued getting along all the way into early adulthood. Rather, from my perspective, the notion of drifting apart felt stranger. I couldn't imagine us becoming like that, regardless of how many years passed. Sabe's words made me realize how foolish I'd been today. There was nothing wrong with her. Dreams were just dreams, nothing more, nothing less. And I'd already learned that those ghosts were few and far between. The reality I'd known all my life might have actually been pretty fragile to begin with. I felt like I could ignore the occasional weirdness and still live a fairly normal life. All I had to do was close my eyes and make my brain forget what I saw. Hey, how's it been going since then? How was what going? Your exorcist duties. Are you keeping up? Exorcist? Not doing anything of the kind. Huh? I'm rather confused why you'd think I was. You are a hero, Shinji. I'm not. Well, maybe not quite yet, but I'm sure it's just a matter of time. It seemed like that was his idea of consoling me. It's not like I even want to be one. That I'm no hero, never was, never will be. That is a Metal Gear Solid thing, caught it. I don't remember. There's a YouTuber I used to follow that referenced that pretty much every time somebody mentioned anything about being a hero. I want to say that was a Metal Gear Solid thing. I want to say it was Metal Gear Solid 4 specifically. God, it's been a while. And now I'm getting nostalgic about a YouTuber that hasn't uploaded a video in like 7 years. And it's probably been about 10 years since they actually recorded a series of anything. Nostalgia. So, good luck. Okay. There are actual heroes here in Sakura no Mori. You said that before, but Hide seemed to be obsessed with heroes or whatnot, and I just went along with him half out of courtesy. But now that I thought about it, his ramblings appeared oddly specific. Sakura no Mori was the town we lived in, and simple rumors or urban legends rarely ever specified exact place or time. But in his case, the place always seemed pretty specific. I pondered over his words. You don't seem to believe it, but I've come prepared with proof this time. Proof? It's all in this pocket of mine, where anything can come out. I've only ever seen you pull sweet rolls from there. Today's gonna be different. It was just a rolled piece of paper. Is that a newspaper? Yeah. Chief got his subscription since it provides him with ideas for small talk to make people he's investigating let their guard down. Anyway, look at the city news page. He handed me the scrap of paper and I skimmed through it. A corpse discovered? What's this all about? Check the characteristics of the victim. The clothes, age, and possessions. Possessions? The corpse of a middle-aged man of unknown origin was discovered in an abandoned car. Among his possessions were a kitchen knife. A kitchen knife? I look up in surprise. Hide regarded me with his usual laid-back smile. Everything connected in my head in a split second. You're not saying that... Yeah, normal people don't usually carry around kitchen knives, so odds are... Could all of Hide's hero talk really... Well, heroes are there to punish the wicked, aren't they? I've got to go back or I'll get yelled at again. Bye. Yeah. See you around. I got past this point when I read this. We're getting pretty close to the point where I reached 2, I think. But I don't remember that scene at all. Which, again, I didn't even finish the prologue, so that's not saying much. I felt oddly nervous about texting Madoka on Saturday night. Why was that? I'd never felt like that before. It was unusual. Want to go cycling tomorrow? No, wait. I hurriedly deleted the text. Do you have any plans tomorrow? Yeah, that sounded right. I received a reply as soon as I sent it. You want to go cycling on a city bike? Yeah. Nah, sorry. I don't think I'll be able to tomorrow. Why? Are you feeling unwell again? Not really. I've got to go somewhere with my parents. Oh, I see. I sighed. That was unfortunate. Having not seen any nightmares or monsters for a while, I was slowly getting back to my usual life. Hide's words kept ringing in my ears, but there was nothing I could really do about it. The next day, I slept in and it was late getting downstairs. Good morning. Good morning. You seem to be taking it slow today? Yeah, my bike's dead. I could try cycling with my old city bicycle, but... Oh, that... Miss Miyako's expression clouded over as she remembered the mangled remains of my old partner. What are you planning to do about it? I'm thinking about finding a part-time job next semester. I could buy it for you as an early birthday present. No, they're expensive. I'd feel bad about it. You shouldn't. It's a very healthy hobby. You have nothing to do today? I'm not sure. Madoka seems to be going somewhere with her parents, too. If you don't have anything to do, then maybe you could come shopping with me? Sure, why not? Okay, and let's go after breakfast. What are you buying? What are you selling? Stranger. Clothes? No, I might only look. So, the two of you are leaving together today? Yeah, we're going shopping. I see. I suppose I've got nothing to worry about if Shinji's with you? Why would you worry about me going shopping? You might get lost if you're on your own. I've been going to those stores all my life. We ate breakfast, brushed our teeth, and headed straight out. Actually, that's not really an excuse. It's like, well, I've been going there all my life. I know people that get lost with shit like that. Like, I'm okay about memorizing routes. Again, okay. It'll take me a few times to do it, but then I can do it pretty consistently. I actually, even places that I know how to get, I actually like using a GPS to get to anyway, just in case I don't remember for certain, or more often than not, because I'm going somewhere where there's going to be a lot of traffic, or there's a possibility of a lot of traffic, because I live by a couple of major freeways, and they are very trafficy. Yeah, that's not an excuse. It's like one of those things. Like I know people that are very bad about remembering things, and I'm very bad about giving directions and getting directions to things. So I get it. Like if somebody tells me, well, you need to go this way, then this way, then this way. Like go down this street and then take a left when you hit the third street down, and keep going until you get to a greenhouse and turn right. And if you hit the red house, remember you've gone too far, and shit like that. I won't remember. Or even just telling me, well, you go down this street and you go down this street name, and then you turn onto this street name, and then turn onto this street name. I won't remember that either. So, I can't say too much about that. We ate breakfast, brushed our teeth, and headed straight out. We're leaving. See you. All right, take care. Hatsune's all excited over just going shopping with him. Now I almost wish he doesn't buy a new bicycle, though I can't quite tell him that. I quickly looked around. It becomes something of a habit now. There didn't seem to be any monsters around. Maybe it'd be a good idea to tell Hatsune about this. Though there was little she could do even if I warned her to be careful. And while Hatsune would believe me, or probably would believe me, Miss Miyako likely wouldn't. This is the theme song of that TV series. Oh. Come to think of it, it's been a while since we've been out together like this. Yeah. I spent all of my spring break cycling, and continued to do so pretty much every weekend as long as it didn't rain. I get to go around town with my brother for the first time in a long while. I thought to invite him when I got the chance, but he always seems busy. I'm glad I wasn't too scared to do it when he mentioned he didn't have any plans today. It made me so excited I even began humming without noticing. But when he said earlier, I'm not sure. Madoka seemed to be going somewhere with her parents too. He's always a priority to him. But there's nothing I can do about it. I'm just his cousin, though I'm acting like his sister these days. I had no idea where Hatsune brought her clothes, or bought her clothes, but I found myself in what looked like a pretty fancy shop. Nice. I usually buy my stuff at Uniqlo. You know, I was watching a stream the other day, and I saw, because that was an actual store. It was like Uniqlo, or it was something similar to that anyway. It was an IRL stream in Tokyo. It was a VOD, actually. I think it was from like late October, but still. Yeah, the guy mentioned to the person that was he was streaming with, asked if they had any in the States, and she said no. And apparently people in chat were saying that there were, but I'd never heard of them before, so I wonder if it's a area specific thing, or I don't know. And I don't remember for sure if it was Uniqlo or it was something similar to that anyway. I can't buy that much though. I save my allowance for 2 or 3 months for one piece. God. I would not spend that much on clothes, typically, anyway. Well, I guess it does technically depend on how much allowance is. So maybe, but I don't know. I like going for a mixture of like goth and grunge sort of looks, and you can do that pretty cheaply. Not like super goth with like all the belts and straps and shit. Although I guess it's less goth these days and more just like grunge and certain very specific subsets of rock and metal. Let's go with that. I guess that's why your outfits usually look pretty chic. We entered the shop and I looked around the unfamiliar interior. Madoka's not into clothes or fashion at all. I'd only accompanied her when she needed cycling gear. I picked up a denim skirt and wonder how it'd look on her. Ugh. Hate denim skirts. I don't like denim jackets anymore. I used to think they were kind of cool looking when I was a kid. I like denim vests, but only in specific styles, you know, if they're covered with patches and shit. Jeans are fine. I don't know, denim skirts always look weird to me. Maybe if I saw one that looked good in terms of like more of my sort of aesthetic, leathered and shit like that over the type that I'd normally seen. I don't know, maybe. And then, you know, there's always the whole thing of attractive people look attractive in everything that they wear, no matter how dumb it looks. So, you know, there's always that. How do you like something like this, Shinji? I turned around to see her holding a cute one-piece dress with frills. Yeah, I think that'd fit you. It looked like her face clouded over. Is it expensive? No. Huh? Yeah, I'm confused on that one as well. I returned the denim skirt to the shelf. Probably because it wasn't that good of a compliment or very specific is my guess, but I don't know. Or it was just she didn't like it and she was hoping that she would say, oh, well, it would be okay, but I think you'd look good in blah or something like that. I don't know. I can't say I'm like bad at predicting the opposite sex. I'm just bad at predicting people. I'm not a very good people person. We looked around the store for a while longer, but Hatsune couldn't find anything she liked. We told Miss Miyako we'd be eating at home even though we might come back late, so we headed straight home. Seems like Madoka's always on my brother's mind after all. Oh, it's because he was distracted by the... Okay, I get it. You're doing that whole thing. I don't mean that whole thing as like in a bad thing, but yeah, I get it. I knew that. I knew that from the very start. And I can't help feeling wretched whenever I see it so blatantly. I mean, I also have feelings for it. Listen, don't make this weird, please. We're home. We're back. Welcome home. Did you get what you needed? No, I couldn't find anything. Hatsune headed to the bathroom to wash her hands, and I was about to follow her when Miss Miyako stopped me. Hatsune seems pretty down. Did something happen? No. Nothing I can think of, at least. Maybe it's because she couldn't find anything? I answered Miss Miyako in a hushed voice. I couldn't think of anything else, but she still cocked her head with an unconvinced look on her face. Oh, who could it be so late? Good evening? Oh, Madoka. Ah, were you eating? I'm sorry, I'll make it quick. That's fine, but what happened? I got souvenirs for you all. Hmm? It's nothing fancy, just the traditional stuff. Madoka handed Miss Miyako a rectangular box. Oh, thank you. Huh? What's that? These are Tokyo's chicken cakes. So kind of like... Okay, I think I probably get what that is. Huh? You never heard of them before? I hadn't tried them myself, to be honest. That's not it. How about we have dessert then? Would you care for some tea, Madoka? No, I don't want to bother you during dinner. I think I'll be going. Hold on for a bit. I hurriedly placed the chopsticks on the table and stood up. There was absolutely no reason to do this, but I ended up following her out of the house. Did you actually go to Tokyo today? Yeah. What for? It was a bit weird to go on a trip for just one day. I'll tell you about that later. Is something the matter? No, everything's fine. I couldn't explain my own behavior. Come to think of it, Madoka had come over on the day of your accident too. I remembered thinking that was unusual, but it slipped my mind because of all of the crazy things that had happened. Your dinner's gonna grow cold if you don't hurry, Shinji. Right. Would you like her chicken cake for dessert? Okay, my original thought was that it was something like a croquette type of thing, but not quite. But now I'm thinking that because I'm mentioning dessert, that it's probably like a cake that is decorated to look like a chicken. Because a croquette type thing would, like a crab cake. Something like that is what I was assuming. That probably wouldn't work well for dessert. Just a guess. Unless it's, chicken and cream cheese, which would still be savory. And I wouldn't eat it for dessert, but that would be slightly... I don't know. I shook my head. I called Madoka to the window as soon as I got to my room. I never felt this flustered with my childhood friend before. Did you try the cakes? No. Hey, you don't get these every day, so you should try them while they're still fresh. Not that they're kind of food that goes bad quick, but still. More importantly, I looked her straight in the eyes. Tell me what is going on. Why are you giving me that scary look? I didn't know what to say. I'm kind of worried. You went to Tokyo out of nowhere, and it doesn't seem like it was just a day trip. You worried about me? You're more sensitive than I thought. Don't make fun of me now. I'm not. That's just really what I thought. And I urged her to continue. Yeah, I wanted to tell you this way before, but I just couldn't find a good opportunity. It seemed like she really had something important to tell me. I remembered how she addressed me multiple times, but we always ended up talking about something irrelevant. I'd probably have asked her what was going on myself if I wasn't distracted by my own crazy situation. It looks like I'll have to move. Eh? Move? Yeah. I felt a deep, rhythmic thumping in my ears. I clutched the edge of the window. You mean? Probably never thought of it, and neither did I, to be honest, but my family's only renting this house, Dad said he did that because he never knew when he might get reassigned to a different location. I didn't know what her dad worked as, nor did I ever care to ask. I don't know the details either, but it seems he moved here because of his work too. It was 10 years ago and his work seemed to stabilize after that. And when he was finally starting to think about buying the house, it happened again. You weren't wrong, Shinji. We didn't go out for a trip. We were viewing houses. They wanted me to see them too. How long are you going to be there in Tokyo? I don't know. I mean, we ended up living here for over 10 years, so... I finally understood the situation, and suddenly it felt hard to breathe. She wouldn't be coming back. For a moment, I'd hoped that it'd be like she went on a vacation, but that was a complete misunderstanding of the situation. I felt like we'd always be together. Me too. I thought we'd continue cycling every weekend. I was planning to start working and saving money for a new bike as soon as the next term started. But there was no point anymore. I didn't want to ride without her by my side. Madoka would leave me. Only then had I finally realized that I loved her all along. As a childhood friend, she was too close to me all my life, so I never had the chance to even realize the full extent of my feelings. I loved her. Wow, this is going along quite quickly. Now we're going to spend, 60, 70 hours trying to, or 60, 70 chapters rather, trying to confess while being interrupted by various shenanigans and Deus Ex Machina events or something like that. When is it going to happen? Soon. I haven't decided on an exact date yet, but it won't be long now. Is it going to be within the week? I don't know. I think that's about it, though. They seem to be in a real hurry to find a place. Would you be okay skipping school if it's earlier than next Sunday? Let's go cycling one last time. With your city bicycle? I'll manage. If you say so. Okay, let's do that. I stormed out of my house. I ran along the streets with no direction in mind. I felt like screaming to the sky. I thought I'd already learned how fragile reality was. My parents disappeared from my life in a flash. I began seeing creepy monsters appear out of thin air. And finally, the childhood friend that was always by my side was about to leave me. What was I supposed to do with this whirlwind of emotions? Sorry, not going to scream into the microphone. Unable to bear it any longer, I let out a scream from the depths of my soul. And now that bombshell has been dropped, I think I'm going to finish off this episode. So next time, well, what's going to happen between Shinji and Madoka? I know time is forever marching forward, but sometimes, it feels like you're standing still, frozen. But I'm sure Shinji will manage, especially since this is like a 30-hour visual novel or something like that, 30-plus hour. It's a longer visual novel. And it's just going to be nice slice of life shenanigans with her not going to Tokyo and staying here. Right? Well, anyway, find out the answer to some of those questions next time. Well, I hope to see you all there.